When you hear the name Element Skateboards, Bam Margera, Nigel Houston, Mark Appleyard, or perhaps that iconic tree logo might be some of the first things that come to mind. However, Element Skateboards has a profound history in skateboarding. Since its inception in 1992, the company has firmly rooted itself in the landscape of skateboarding history. Johnny Shillareff, the man behind Element, founded the company in 1992 in Atlanta, Georgia. His vision extended beyond crafting high-quality skateboard decks. He aimed to create a sense of community and environmental responsibility within the skateboarding culture. True to their vision, Element became one of the pioneering skateboard companies to embrace eco-friendly materials such as bamboo. Today, we'll dive into some of the lesser-known facts about Element Skateboards. But before we dive in, I'd appreciate if you'd click that like button and perhaps even consider subscribing if you'd like to see more skateboarding content like this in the future. Now, let's begin. Let's start with that iconic Element logo, a symbol that has remained consistent over the years, cementing itself into the minds of skateboarders worldwide. At first glance, it might seem like just a tree encircled by some fancy ring, but upon closer inspection, you'll discover that each element of this logo, no pun intended, has its own significance. So let's break down this logo. At the center stands the iconic tree, a symbol that stands for enduring strength, eternal life, beauty, wisdom, peace, survival, protection, rebirth, and of course, nature. This is all from their website directly. But that tree is only part of this iconic design. Around the tree, you'll find a solid ring. This circle serves as a representation of our planet, from the skaters in the streets to the tranquil forest. From the urban landscapes to the great outdoors. The circle represents everything that's around us. Beneath the circle lies a half-circle shape. This symbolizes the entire community that supports and uplifts the planet, signifying the connection of all beings and their responsibility for the world's well-being. Essentially means you gotta support the earth. At the top of this logo, you'll notice 4 dashes in another half circle. These dashes stand for the 4 natural elements. Of course, if you're an Avatar: The Last Airbender fan, then you have these elements drilled into your memory. But in case you need a refresher, those elements are wind, water, fire, and earth. The iconic logo was the brainchild of Element's founder, Johnny Shillareff, which he created during their early days of the brand. This symbol has transcended the skateboarding community though. It has become synonymous with Element Skateboards, which is instantly recognizable by skateboarders and non-skaters alike, carrying with it a message of interconnectedness, environmental responsibility, and a love for the natural world. One of my favorite initiatives by Element Skateboards is the Make It Count contest series, a collaborative effort between Element Skateboards and the Barracks. These contests offer skateboarders the chance to showcase their skills and gain recognition on a larger scale. Sometimes held in various locations worldwide, these events allow participation from skaters hailing from all different regions. It was the first of its kind of this type of amateur skateboarding contest. But these contests take diverse forms. Some are in-person events, accessible to anyone, like one I came across where the entry fee was simply a donated canned good. Others kick off virtually with skateboarders submitting their video clips on platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, or other designated websites. Winners of the Make It Count contest were typically rewarded with a range of Element Skateboard products, from decks to apparel and accessories. In some cases, there have been some very unique prizes, such as a year-long sponsorship with Element Skateboards. What makes these contests cool is their accessibility to so many people. They break down geographical barriers, allowing skaters worldwide to engage in a shared skateboarding experience without the constraints of travel expenses or contest fees. They serve as a valuable platform for unearthing new talent, making it easier for the skateboarding community to discover emerging skaters who might otherwise go unnoticed. Unfortunately, it appears that this contest is no longer an annual event. The last documented occurrence was in 2017. However, given the newest video platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and even YouTube Shorts, these websites could simplify this skateboarding contest. A revival of this contest would be pretty cool in my opinion. These new platforms offer an opportunity for skateboarders to showcase their talents, which I think could make the revival of the Make It Count contest series not just fun and easy to participate in, but also exciting and fresh. While it's not uncommon for skateboard companies to team up with other brands, what sets Element apart is their knack for partnering with some pretty big names. And they don't just settle for basic run-of-the-mill designs, they go all in, creating some skateboard products that are insane. What I find fascinating is their ability to create these partnerships that might not immediately come to mind when you think of skateboarding brands. Some of these unexpected but incredible collaborations include Star Wars, National Geographic, Peanuts, Masters of the Universe, Ghostbusters, and even Fender. And that's just to name a few of them. There are plenty of more out there. Now, personally, it's very hard to resist the temptation of owning at least one of these boards from each of these collaborations because every single one of these designs is rad to the bone. Which of these collaboration boards would you want the most? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments down below. In the early 2000s, Element Skateboards had achieved remarkable success, leading to a purchasing offer from the Australian surf giant Billabong to acquire Element Skateboards. While primarily a surf-oriented brand, Billabong has intersected with skateboarding culture from time to time in the early 2000s. Element agreed to this purchase and was soon under the umbrella of Billabong. And though both of those companies had monstrous success in the early 2000s, when the decade turned over, things started going downhill. Billabong's fortunes started to decline during the 2010s. From what I gathered in several articles, it appears that Billabong's rapid asset acquisition had led to a mounting debt, meaning that they just bought too much too fast. When combined with other substantial setbacks, such as the closure of department stores that carried Billabong's products, don't even get me started about the 2008 recession, am I right, boy? These factors collectively caused a substantial financial crisis. By 2012, the financial situation had deteriorated to a point where Billabong was facing severe challenges. They began reselling off some of their assets. As far as I can tell, Element was always under the Billabong umbrella during this time and was not resold. In 2018, a parent company which had previously operated under Quicksilver stepped in and acquired Billabong. This acquisition also got Quicksilver Element Skateboards since it was part of Billabong. The parent company then rebranded itself as Board Pushers Incorporated. However, the plot gets even more complex. In 2023, another company decided to slide into Board Pushers' DMs. This company, Authentic Brands Group, is a giant in the retail world, despite its terrible name. Authentic Brand Groups owns several companies including DC Shoes, Aeropostale, Reebok, Forever 21, Volcom, and that's just scratching the surface. In 2023, Authentic Brands Groups wanted to purchase Board Pushers Incorporated. In essence, they would be acquiring Billabong, which in turn had previously acquired Element. They kind of have a little old lady who swallowed a fly situation going on. While I am in no way a business or finance dude, from what I gathered, it seems that the deal was proposed in early 2023 and was slated for finalization by the end of the third quarter. But what do I know? My degree is in communications. I'm passionate about gender equality, especially in the world of skateboarding, which is traditionally labeled as a male-dominated sport. However, I think this is changing each year as we see more and more women skateboarders rise up. Element Skateboards shares this vision of equality. They took a pioneering step by becoming the first skateboard company to introduce a dedicated girls skateboarding line. This move was stemmed from the vision of Corey Schillereff, the wife of Johnny Schillereff, who is Element's CEO. Corey presented the idea as a means to represent women in the skateboarding community. Embracing his wife's vision wholeheartedly, under her direction, Element produced the first ever women's clothing line in the skateboarding industry. This historic leap wasn't just a milestone for Element, but also served as the first step in inspiring other skateboard companies to do the same. Today, it's cool to see that nearly every skateboard company that produces clothing has embraced this trend, and they all have introduced their own women lines. This inclusion stands as a testament to the foresight and dedication of individuals like Corey Schillereff, proving that skateboarding is not confined to any gender, but is a vibrant and inclusive community for all. Element Skateboards has deeply rooted itself in the heart of the skateboarding community, becoming one of the most recognizable and respectable skateboard companies in the industry. Their influence has extended far beyond skaters, and even those outside the skating world can easily identify their iconic symbol. What I think makes Element truly remarkable is their commitment to the greater good within skateboarding. They are investing as much positivity into skateboarding as skateboarders gain from it. Companies like Element play a role in growing the skateboard community, helping create a spirit of love and fun. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, and please consider subscribing if you're interested in more skateboarding content like this in the future. Remember, skateboarding is about having fun, embracing challenges, and continuously pushing the boundaries. So get out there and have fun, good luck, and keep shredding the gnar.